All right, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Here we are for our Q&A session, episode 2 of my VSG diary. Gonna start off with a couple of pictures of me prior to surgery. And one thing I want to say about your girl, one thing about me, confidence was through the roof, okay? Didn't need anybody to tell me I was gorgeous because I looked in the mirror and saw it every day. All right. Now, if you're looking for somebody that did the surgery because they wanted to be skinny, go on and find you somebody else to follow because that's not me, baby. Because I was cute in the face, thick in the waist. All right. Okay, I'm just saying, at the 303, I was loving me. But my health was not the best. So, these are a few pictures of me and how I was prior to surgery. As you can see, I love a camera, honey. All you had to do is say, Randy, smile. And I was going to turn around and give you a face, honey. Give you a face and body, yada, 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 yada. You see it. All right. So here's a picture coming up of me the day of surgery. I'm in my gown here. The next picture is post surgery. This is literally after surgery. We took a picture. You can see a couple of my marks. And then here are some comparisons of the same shirt or the same outfit prior to surgery and a couple of weeks after surgery. And I mean, and just look at that face. Look at the difference in the face of what I look like. This is on the left before surgery, on the right after surgery. And just this is a shirt that I saw that I had on earlier. Y'all, it's just look at your girl, honey. Look, giving it to you, huh? Who's out here living life? Me. All right. Look at him. He ain't going nowhere. He holding on. I'm holding on. We holding on together. Ain't no telling what was going on right here, but it was going on, okay? Look at the same dress, different wear. I'm just saying. What? Get to him. Not your cowgirl, but your covered girl. And this is me getting ready to record. I want to just give you a couple pictures. I'm looking rough in the head. Don't judge me. Judge yourself. Just want to give you a little body view. Let's get into this Q&A session, though. Enjoy. Hi there, hi there, hi there. I'm back. All right, we ready to continue our Q&A session. So I am going to take a few more questions. If you watched the first episode, I told you guys that I was going to start off basically answering the question as to why did I choose to do the procedure, that kind of stuff. So then I said I was going to take the questions that I have, put them in a basket, and pull them out and answer them as I pull. So I'm going to try to run about 10 minutes, like I said last time. Let's see how it goes. So, first question out of the basket it says, how much weight have I lost and how did it come off over a time period? Ooh, that's a good question. All right, so that's the question. So you know I ain't lying to you. All right, I actually took the questions that were sent to me, typed them up, cut them out, and put them in the basket. How much weight have I lost? Let's address that question first. Thanksgiving of 2023, so last year, almost a year ago, stepped on the scale. One day at home, I was 303 pounds. 303 pounds. Highest weight I have ever been in my 43 years of life. I've never weighed 303. Stepped on it. My husband and my kids will tell you, I broke down crying like a newborn baby, y'all. I cried tremendously because I mean, I've always been a heavyset girl, but I've never been over the 300 mark. And when I looked down and that scale said 303, I cried. My husband was like, no, it's just something wrong with the scale. I was like, no, it ain't nothing wrong with the scale. Thank you for trying to say that, but no, nothing's wrong with the scale. So my highest weight was 303. Literally after I stepped on the scale and saw that, and like I said, that was a couple weeks before Thanksgiving. When I saw that, I literally stopped drinking coffee. I stopped drinking soda. I stopped eating sweets. Okay. And I called Dr. Bagnado's office and made an appointment. Like literally, the impulsivity was my middle name at that moment. I literally just reacted. So by the time I made it to his office for my first appointment, that, like I said in my first episode, that was the week of Thanksgiving. That was that Tuesday of Thanksgiving of 2023 when I was able to go into the office and do my appointment. I was 297 then. So simply by cutting out sweets, coffee, and soda, I was able to drop a few pounds. So I got back under 300 pounds within about a week and a half. So that was that. And then all the way up until a couple of weeks before I got the call in May. So the beginning of the very first couple of days of May, like May 1st, maybe, I got a call about my surgery had been approved, and that I did need to do a low carb diet. So I did that from then up until the day of my pre-op, which was May 8th. When I went in on May 8th, I was at 287 pounds. So doing the low carb, high protein diet, I came off 10 pounds in less than a 2 week span. And as of today, so I had surgery May 9th, and as of today, I am currently at like 217 pounds. Now, how did it come off? Ooh, okay, this is the weird part. So again, like I explained, low carb, high protein diet took about 10 pounds off before the surgery. I had surgery. After surgery, I literally could the day of surgery, when they brought me back up, I was literally drinking out of medicine cups. You know, like the cups. I was thought maybe I had one somewhere close by, but you know, when you take Pepto Bismol in that little 30 ounce, 30 milliliter cup thing that you pour it in, that's literally what I was having to drink water out of, and I was struggling to get that amount down. Okay, so within the first week, I was about 10 pounds down. So I went from like 287 to 277. For the first 3 weeks, I was about 25 pounds down. And then after 3 weeks, I hit this stall for about 2.5 to 3 weeks. My weight did not move. And what happens is, when you first have the surgery, and again, recapping from last episode, my stomach is about the size of a medium banana. So I went from this abundant stomach to having a pouch now that is about the size of a medium banana. Okay, and so your body goes through this quick change, and of course you've just had this surgery. You've had this major surgery, so you're swollen. Things are sore, so you can't just eat like you wanna. Chewing my food 30 to 40 times, and basically I was on liquid, so it wasn't really anything to chew. But it would take me, oh gosh, 5-6 hours to drink a 16.9 bottle of water. Like it would, if I was to put it when I would put it in a cup, would have some ice on it, it would take me about 5 hours or more just to finish one bottle of water. Some days I couldn't even get a whole bottle of water in. That's just how hard it was that first week after the surgery. So the weight was coming off very quickly in the first 3 weeks because I couldn't really put anything in. You basically on liquid for the first 3 weeks or so. You're on like a liquid, soft food type, broth type diet. Okay, so I hit that 3 week stall after losing about 25 pounds. I hit the 3 week stall after 3 to 4 weeks. Then the weight started coming back off again. I would lose anywhere from about 5 to 10 pounds in a 2 week span. Here I am now 6 months out, and I probably lose anywhere from about a pound to 2 pounds in a week to 2 weeks. So it has started to slow down now because I'm able to eat more regular foods now. I'm able to increase my intake with my fluids. I'm still not there yet. I probably can get about 40 ounces, 40 to 50 ounces of fluid in a day. But if I get a good high dose of fluid in, then I don't eat well. I don't do well with my eating, because it's one of those things to where if I can drink a good little bit, then I'm not able to eat a lot. But if I eat a little bit more, then I don't do well with drinking. Um, so yeah. And so how did it come off over time? Again, at the very beginning, it was quick, it was fast, it was dropping, boop, 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 boop. Now that I'm about 6 months out, I'm still losing weight pretty good though. About a week, in a week or two, I can still lose anywhere from 2 to about 5 pounds, depending on what I do. Now that I'm doing some intense core strengthening, you guys saw the exercise video. I'll probably try to put a snippet in from some of the exercise I did today, just to show you what kind of stuff I do. So which is gonna start building muscle mass, because again, I want to tone up. It's one thing to lose the weight, but you definitely want to try to get it toned up, get my thighs and everything, my stomach, my arms, get it toned, and it's gonna take some time to get that. So I hope I answered that question well. Let's go back to the box. Let's try to get another good question in. Shake it up real good. Pull out one. It says, da, 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 da. What was your deciding factor to proceed with weight loss surgery? I think I answered that in episode 1, but again, I will reshare my answer. My deciding factor was when I discovered, and I told you all in my first video that it was a very personal moment. When I discovered that I was struggling getting up and down from using the restroom, from getting up and down off of the toilet, that was a reality check for me. I was like, okay, we got to get some weight off of these knees. So that we can be more flexible. When I realized how winded I was coming upstairs, my home is an upstairs, downstairs home. When it was time for me to come to my bedroom, and my children literally were having to push me up. They call it, Mama, you need the elevator. And they would get behind me and they would push me from my butt up, up the stairs, and I'm literally just lifting up a leg. I'm literally not doing anything. They're pushing my weight upstairs. And I was like, no, I can't keep doing this to my babies. So I knew I needed to get the weight off. So that was, in a nutshell, that would be my answer. What was your determining factor to proceed? That was it. That was definitely my determining factor. All right, let's go. Let's get another one in. It says, do you incorporate weight training / exercise? If so, did it help prevent loose skin? Ooh, real good question. So, the day of the surgery, and I think this is gonna be the last question that I answer for today, because it's probably gonna take me about 5 minutes or so to answer this thoroughly. So the day of surgery, went in May 9th. That morning, probably about 9-10 o'clock. Surgery did not take long. By the time I got back in the room, within an hour, I say no more than 2 hours of me having surgery, they were like, you ready to walk? I was like, okay. You get up and try it. Now, when I did get up, I felt a little, I was a little woozy, and they were like, well, listen, if you feel like we're not ready, let us know. And I was like, no, let me just regroup myself. Now, of course, they have the little leg things on your leg, because the biggest thing with this surgery is you do not want to become immobile. You don't want to just become stagnant, because you can set up blood clots, and we all know that is a very dangerous thing. A lot of times, with the people who have a fatality moment with this surgery, a lot of it, if you do the research on it, it is the result of like a blood clot. They end up getting a blood clot, end up moving, and unfortunately it ends up being fatal. And I just thank God that that was not my story. I'm so grateful for that, because that was my family and my biggest concern. So my mind was already set that I gotta move. I gotta move. So when they were like, "Well, are you ready?" I was like, let's get it. I'm like, let me just stable myself. Let's do it. And so I took a couple of steps. Um, literally walked to the restroom, came back. Um, about an hour or so later, I got up and walked to the door of my hospital room, came back. Like, I didn't just jump out there and do this marathon, y'all. Like, I want to give you a realistic picture. Um, couple hours later, that they would come back. And my mom was like, because my husband stayed with the kids. So my mom stayed at the hospital with me. And she would be like, "You ready? You want to try?" And so that time I actually went out into the hallway, went a little bit further, went to one end of the hallway, and made my way back. And then we gave it a couple more hours, and I walked out of the room down to the end of that hallway, came back, went to the other end. And so I did the whole lap of the hallway and went back to the room. Couple more hours went by, because they're giving you pain medicine in between, so you get a little nap in. But my mind was so geared on, I gotta keep moving, I gotta keep moving, I gotta keep moving. So I really didn't sleep well the entire time while I was at the hospital. I would catch a nap and realize that a couple hours had went by, and I was like, "Okay, Mom, I'm ready to move again." So eventually I was doing a couple two laps from end to end, by the time it was time for me to go home. So I was only in the hospital for a day, a little over 24 hours. I was able to come home the next day. Even when I got home to my mom's house, I would sit down a while and I would do laps inside the house, around throughout my mom's house. I would go throughout the house, do a lap. And then it was during the summer when I had my surgery. So it was beautiful. Getting ready to roll into the summer, the ending of the spring. Like I said, it was in May. And so we would do, when it was pretty, it was pretty outside. So we would go and walk around the house. And we would just walk. We would walk. If I drank water, I would get up and I would walk. That was the key. I made sure for that first week and a half that I stayed with my mom that I was moving. When I came home, I had a great friend. I think I mentioned her in the last video. She would come every morning after she would put her babies on the summer school bus, and she would come and she would hold me accountable of getting up and walking. And we would literally we started out doing right over a mile, and by the time I was about a month in, we were close to doing 2 miles of she and I walking. She held me accountable. So yes, I definitely was doing exercise. After I went back for my 6 week, I think it was 6 weeks checkup, let Dr. Bagnado check me, my incisions, everything had healed up well. He was like, "You look good. You are free to work out. Don't overdo it. Take your time, see how it feels." So then my girls and I started going to the gym, but I really didn't know much about gym, so I was just doing treadmill. I'd get on the bike and everything. And then finally the Lord opened the door to where my coworker and great friend, Miss Butler, she was talking about this exercise program that she uses, and she has the weights and everything. And I was like, "Girl, I need to get in there with you." She was like, "Come on." And so it worked out perfectly. So she and I, we work out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday together, and I love it. She motivates me, and we get in there and we just have us a good time together. Now, I do want to address the loose skin. From the time that I had the surgery, I was putting cocoa butter on my stomach, on my thighs. Now, I did not put it on my incisions. That's one thing I did not touch until I was released, saying they would heal. I kept, oil and things off of there because I didn't want anything to mess up or set me back or cause me any kind of infection. But I would always lotion, oil, my stomach. I use, as you can see, I'm about out of there. I got to get me some more. I was using this vitamin E body oil to rub down with, and I also was just using, cocoa butter or lotion. And on my thighs, on my stomach, on my arm. I had someone tell me, that's great for, helping your skin snap back. Also, 2 days after my surgery, by the time I had made it home, I started wearing this compression shirt. I started wearing a compression shirt. Then I eventually got me a compression bodysuit. When I work out, I actually, because today was a workout day, I actually wear a sauna suit. All right, so I still have that on from where I worked out. I have a sauna suit that I wear. It goes down to my thighs. I don't want y'all to think I'm going to show y'all nothing because you ain't going to see that. But it goes down to my thighs because I want to get my thighs. But, and just over the period of time, it has gotten loose. And I can go down the size on that because it has gotten loose some. But I was big on wearing a compression, something that was going to hold me in and, hold my skin in. So as I was coming down, I wanted something to compress. So as far as the loose skin, I don't know if it was the actual factor with it, but definitely I kept my skin moisturized. Definitely kept a body compressor on, whether it was a shirt or a sweatband or something that held me, like a dry fitted shirt, something that would snatch me in. I wore that compression suit. When I worked out, I would actually, when I was walking, I would wear that while walking as well. So yeah, that, now I still, don't get me wrong, I still got a ways to go. Those arms will still say, hey, how you doing? Even after I stop waving, they still keep waving, honey. But that's all right. I had some of that issue before I even lost the surgery. My arms have always been flabby after my years of softball, and I just wasn't maintaining that arm strength like I used to. So it's going. I'm anxious to see how I am 6 months from now, after the working out and all of that good stuff. But yeah, so today that was 3 questions, and we are a little under 20 minutes in. So look at us, ooh, get it, ooh, bang, all right, that's all y'all get. Okay, thank you for your time, thank you for your energy, thank you for your support. I love you guys. Keep giving me the feedback. Again, if you got questions, let me know what they are. I will definitely add them to the bucket. And we're gonna keep this train rolling, y'all. We're gonna keep it moving. All right, I'll see y'all next time. I hope y'all enjoyed that, but I want y'all to do one thing for me. Look at your girl when she was exercising about 2 weeks ago. Okay, you see in the video, look how I almost look like a heel. Okay, I'm down in the front, I'm down in the back, I'm up in the middle. All right, and this is an exercise where you pretty much supposed to be in like push-up position, somewhat to say, and then you're alternating, bringing the barbell up, and you're supposed to be able to shift side to side, shift your weight, your body side to side as you go. This is when I first was starting out, and I was struggling. Your girl was struggling, but I want to show you how hard work pays off. Consistency is the key. Now, I ain't where I need to be, but check this out. Watch a girl in just 2 weeks difference. Watch it. Look at me like I'm straight. Look at me like I'm finna do something. Look at me, okay? Watch it. Got your little dance move right there. But watch the difference in the body. It's not as high in the air. Able to get the turn side to side, bringing that arm up like it needs to be. Still while getting the rep in. I'm telling you all, consistency is the key. Definitely enjoying my workout session. Is it hard? Oh yeah. But I want to thank you for your time, your energy, and definitely thank you for your love and support. Y'all come on back and check me out when I drop that next episode. Be blessed.